Namaste everyone. Welcome to Swar, the voice of jewelers, where we dive into the latest updates from the fashion, gems and jewelry industry. I'm Swara, the world's first AI anchor in the gems, jewelry and fashion industry by Swar Media Network. After the failure between the US-Iran talks in Pakistan, uncertainty surged across global markets, leading to a broad sell-off in precious metals as gold, silver and platinum rates fell amid a stronger dollar and renewed inflation concerns. Meanwhile, as the markets and policies shape the backdrop, the jewelry world continues to glitter with fresh trends, innovations and breathtaking designs. From the latest in luxury craftsmanship to cutting-edge styles, we bring you a closer look at what's captivating connoisseurs and collectors alike. Let's explore the latest trends, updates, and insights with the Indian gems and jewelry news. Akshaya Tritiya 2026 delivered strong growth for India's bullion market, with gold sales surging to 37,500 crore rupees from 16,000 crore rupee last year. While silver volumes dipped, the total market value surged by over 87% to reach 7,500 crore rupees. Reflecting resilient demand, safe haven buying, and evolving investment trends. DJS Akshaya Tritiya edition, organized by the All India Gem and Jewelry Domestic Council at the Geo World Convention Centre, Mumbai, ran from April 4th to 7th. The show saw steady footfall, consistent business activity, and a variety of product displays, keeping industry sentiment cautiously optimistic ahead of the festive season. Shraddha Kapoor-backed jewelry brand Palmanas has raised $40 million in a Series B round led by Exponentia Capital and Vertex Growth Fund. The funding will support offline expansion and strengthen its position in India's fast-growing demi-fine jewelry segment. The government has removed the 10 lakh rupees cap on courier exports, enabling high-value shipments and easing cross-border trade. The Indian government has moved gold, silver and platinum jewelry imports from free to restricted, making licenses mandatory for importers with immediate effect. The decision aims to curb the misuse of free trade agreements where traders were exploiting duty loopholes and to protect domestic jewelry manufacturers. Over 1 million carats of rough diamonds, valued at nearly $100 million, are being showcased at the India Rough Diamond Show in Surat's Surat Diamond Bourse, marking a major shift as such auctions move from global hubs like Dubai and Antwerp to India. The initiative strengthens Surat's position as a global diamond trading center by giving local manufacturers direct access to international rough supply. Tanishq has launched its Hues Natural Gemstone collection, marking a strategic expansion into colored stone jewelry. Featuring vibrant gemstones set in gold, the range targets evolving consumer preferences for expressive, everyday luxury pieces beyond traditional diamond offerings. Irisva Fine Jewelry has unveiled its first lab-grown diamond collection, Isho, at a launch event in Bandra, Mumbai. Created in collaboration with Shibani Akhtar, the collection reflects themes of individuality and modern design, signaling the brand's entry into the growing lab-grown jewelry segment. Jiva has launched Veda, a premium jewelry destination in Bengaluru, offering an immersive retail experience with personalized consultations and bespoke services. The concept blends heritage craftsmanship with ethical sourcing, featuring gold, silver and lab-grown diamond collections. Diamond Major De Beers has partnered with Surya Kumar Yadav for its Rare Brilliance campaign, drawing parallels between the cricketer's journey and the formation of natural diamonds. The collaboration highlights themes of resilience, patience and individuality, reinforcing emotional storytelling in India's growing natural diamond market. Gemological Science International and Bharat Ratnam Mega CFC have launched a specialized gem identification masterclass aimed at enhancing technical expertise and certification skills within the industry, supporting workforce development and strengthening quality standards across the gem and jewelry sector. Now speaking about the world of international gems and jewelry news. The Natural Diamond Council designated 8th April as World Diamond Day, which launched a global participation-driven initiative that encouraged industry stakeholders and consumers to share personal stories highlighting the emotional and cultural significance of natural diamonds. Lucara Diamond Corp has secured $350 million in bond financing to advance its Karo underground project in Botswana. The funding will refinance existing debt and support ongoing development, strengthening liquidity and ensuring sufficient capital to take the project through to completion. Petra Diamonds reported a 64% rise in quarterly revenue to $68 million, driven by higher sales volumes and improved product mix, despite a decline in like-for-like rough diamond prices. Stronger performance at key mines and exceptional stone sales supported overall growth. Tiffany & Co. has introduced its Eternity timepiece, merging fine watchmaking with signature diamond craftsmanship. Featuring hundreds of diamonds and 12 uniquely cut stones marking each hour, the design reflects the house's legacy in gem setting and positions the watch as a modern heirloom piece. Mikimoto has unveiled its new global campaign, 1893 Mikimoto Time on a String, centered on reinforcing its heritage as the originator of cultured pearls. The campaign draws on the brand's founding year to emphasize legacy, craftsmanship, and the enduring relevance of pearl jewelry, positioning it as both timeless and contemporary. Pandora has opened a new distribution facility in Canada to reduce exposure to US tariffs and improve delivery efficiency. The center will process online orders locally, cutting delivery times and strengthening its supply chain in one of its fastest growing markets. Majory has expanded its popular puzzle collection by introducing sterling silver designs alongside new modular slider charms, enhancing personalization and mixed metal styling options. The move responds to rising demand for accessible materials and reinforces the collection's focus on stackable pieces that mark everyday milestones. Patek Philippe has unveiled its Rare Handcrafts 2026 exhibition in Geneva, presenting one-of-a-kind timepieces that highlight métiers d'art such as enamel, engraving and wood marquetry. Held at its historic salon, the showcase offers collectors a rare glimpse into artisanal craftsmanship before pieces enter private collections. Audemars Piguet has unveiled its 150 Heritage Pocket Watch, an ultra-complicated timepiece featuring a groundbreaking universal calendar. Powered by the new caliber 1150, the limited edition combines over 40 functions with traditional métiers d'art, marking a milestone in the brand's 150-year watchmaking legacy. Now, let's turn to the latest in Indian fashion news. Bombay Times Fashion Week April 2026, held at Mumbai's Grand Hyatt, showcased a vibrant fusion of legacy, sustainability, and luxury. Key highlights included Fatima Sana Shet walking for Shoppers Stops, Travel Edit, Chitrangada Singh for NIF Global, and iconic showstoppers like Saina Nehwal and Alaya F. The event featured Y2K trends by Juicy Couture, bold designs by Aniket Satam, and a strong emphasis on resort travel wear. Myntra's international brands segment is seeing strong growth beyond metros, driven by premiumization, even as rising logistics costs pressure margins. Amid this, UK-based cosmetics brand Lush has entered India via Myntra with over 150 products, targeting the growing demand for ethical, premium beauty. In India, TAG Heuer has opened its first franchise boutique at DLF Mall of India, Noida, in partnership with Kapoor Watch Company and DLF Retail. The move reflects a sharper focus on the country's growing luxury market, with expansion planned in Mumbai and Bengaluru. Nykaa expects its consolidated GMV to grow in the high 20% range for Q4 FY26, marking its fastest quarterly growth in 3 years, driven by strong fashion sales and steady demand in its core beauty segment. The positive business update also boosted investor sentiment, with the company's shares rising following the announcement. Fabindia has launched its Tamil Pukhandu collection, featuring festive-ready ethnic wear crafted from breathable fabrics like cotton and silk, with designs rooted in traditional craftsmanship and seasonal colors. The collection blends heritage aesthetics with contemporary silhouettes, reinforcing the brand's focus on artisanal, occasional dressing for regional celebrations. Ajio has launched its exchange campaign, allowing users to trade clothes belonging to former partners for shopping credits through a playful emotional damage assessment on its app. The initiative uses humor and relatability to drive engagement, turning breakup experiences into a gamified retail interaction. And lastly, the exciting international fashion news. New York Bridal Fashion Week wrapped up successfully, spotlighting a broad roster of bridal talent from classic to contemporary. Big names like Vera Wang, Monique Lhuillier, Elie Saab, Inzdi Cento, Alexandra Greco, Daniele Frankel and Kya Bride drew strong attention, alongside eye-catching collections from Nicole and Felicia, Neta Benchabo, Noe Eliahu and others. The event offered a mix of dramatic gowns, modern silhouettes and trend-setting looks for 2026 weddings. Etsy will ban the sale of all animal fur products, updating its policies to prohibit items made from animals killed for their pelts. The move reflects a growing sustainability focus and shifting industry sentiment away from fur, effective 11 August 2026. South Korea has amended the enforcement rule of its Cosmetics Act to strengthen safety oversight of cosmetics purchased directly from overseas, including enhanced data collection and monitoring of cross-border products. The move aims to improve consumer protection by enabling better tracking, risk assessment, and regulatory control over imported cosmetics bought through online channels. L'Oréal continues to expand through strategic initiatives. The company recently completed a €4 billion acquisition of Kering Beauty, adding the House of Creed and long-term fragrance licenses to its luxury portfolio. At the same time, L'Oréal entered a first-of-its-kind partnership with the Institut Pasteur to study the skin microbiome, combining expertise in microbiology, immunology, and beauty research to accelerate the discovery of next-generation skincare ingredients. Dolce & Gabbana Beauty has introduced a playful Spring 2026 makeup lineup led by the bold look I Dare You palette, featuring vivid matte and iridescent shades. The launch reflects a shift toward expressive, high-impact beauty, with layered textures and statement color taking center stage. Versace and Onitsuka Tiger have unveiled a campaign for their Tachi Sakura sneaker. The visuals emphasize movement and physicality, blending Japanese craftsmanship with Versace's bold aesthetic, as the collaboration taps into the growing luxury sportswear crossover trend. Estee Lauder companies and Puig are advancing talks to combine in a mostly stock-based deal, potentially creating a major global beauty group. While discussions are ongoing with no final agreement, the proposed merger could significantly reshape the competitive landscape in luxury beauty and fragrances. That's all for today. From the dazzling world of jewelry to the excitement of the glittering gem and jewelry shows, there's always something shining bright. Stay connected with Swar Media Network for more trends, insights, and updates from the world of gems, jewelry, and fashion. I am Swara, world's first AI anchor of the fashion, gems, and jewelry industry by Swar Media Network, signing off. Until then, स्वस्थ रहिए, मस्त रहिए, शुभ रात्रि, शबा खैर.